What's up guys, Strudo here. I'm just gonna go ahead and go over a quick video of a semi-budget kind of budget Winota EDH deck. Now it's not really CEDH, there's no Mox, no Petals, no Lotuses, but what there will be is a basic primer to get you started, and let's get to it. So as you can see, we have the pricing at $146.73 currently with the specific hollows and rares and whatnot. And that could change depending on if you want foils or not, but we'll get into it. First, obviously, the commander's Winota. Whenever a non-human creature you control attacks, look at the top 6 cards. You place one human tapped and attacking from those 6 onto the battlefield, and it gains indestructible until end of turn. Then you place the rest on the bottom in random order. Now, this is a very strong commander. She is from a mythic from Ikoria, extremely strong, Boros powerhouse. Get her out turn 2, get her out turn 3 or 4. And you just have a board full of non-humans. You swing, and that's 1, 2, 4, 5, etc. Pretty sure you get what I'm trying to say with her. She's very good. And I'm gonna go ahead and go through the list that we have here. So obviously the commander's Winota. We do play a Planeswalker. This is a budget variant. We play Chandra, Bold Pyromancer. Just tick her up for 1, 2 red. Deals 2 damage to target player. That's good. The -3 is decent. Target creature or planeswalker, and the -7 if you get there. She deals 10 to player and each creature they control and planeswalker they control. Again, she's just there to fill that spot. You can fill it with any other Boros planeswalker or a different Chandra or different mono red commander. Not commander, but a planeswalker. Creatures are going to start. We have humans. Adriana, Captain of the Guard. She's in here. She's a cheap Boros option. She has melee. She gives all your other creatures melee when they attack. Aegis of the Gods, another human, gives you hexproof. We have NX Harden in the Forge. He is just here. He's a demigod. He's not human. We use him just to keep board presence. If a non-token dies, you get a satire. If at a power 4 or greater, you get 2 satires. And he's also a non-human that we can swing with to get Winota triggers. Archon of Emeria, no need to explain. Stacks. Banisher Priest. We have her in here as budget option. We hit her off the Winota trigger. We get a creature off the board. Easy. 1 drops is a Battle Raptor. Cavalry Pegasus, we have mostly humans. All our humans don't have flying, but when Pegasus attacks, they get them all flying. Clarion Spirit, it's a non-human 2-drop. When we play our second spell, cast our second spell, we get a 1/1 white spirit that has flying. Just another beater that we can swing with and get Winota triggers with. Cliffside Rescuer, sack it, protect a permanent from an opponent. Traveler, he's a human. We use him for the sack outlet to get the 1/1. Or as a chump blocker when he dies, just for that 1/1 spirit. Outcast, if you have the land, it's 1-drop human. If you have the land, you get 5/5 dragons. Eidolon of Rhetoric, same reason we have Emeria, no need to explain there. Encampment Keeper, it's a 1-drop. Flame Tongue Yearling, this is actually pretty good. It's a really good early game damage dealer, especially on very, very low toughness commanders. You just drop him in, that's automatic 2 damage to any target creature or any annoying creature you don't want to deal with if you see him or open him up. Gingerbrew, he's in here for the haste. We do play the mirrors, the iron and the gold mirror. They produce mana and they are non-humans. Gold Hound, sack outlet, 1-drop, has menace, sack it for any color. Commander, he's a human. Every other creature that enters after him, all the creatures currently on board will gain 1. That can add up extremely fast, especially if you're hitting your Winota triggers constantly with them on board. We have Haktos. He was just a budget ad, really good protection from everything that's not the number it lands on or that randomly gets chosen. And he's just a good beat stick and a good Boros human just to have if you're trying to fill a spot. We got Pilferer, really awesome. He's a 1-drop. When he dies, you get a treasure token. You can encore him. If you're playing in a pod, that's 3 impulsive Pilferers. So meaning if they die, you get 3 treasure tokens. But again, if Winota's on the field, you swing with the 3, that's 3 Winota triggers as well. And that's the Iron Mirror. Jorkaden, the Prevailer. We do play the Artificer Apprentice. So Jorkaden with the multiple artifacts on field, Metalcraft, every creature entering will have that +3/+0 if you control 3 or more artifacts. He's also a really good human to get a Winota trigger off. Keeper of the Accord, a really good ad. I just had him around. He's really good if you're like in a slow game. You get planes each turn because you're white, you're Boros, you don't ramp much. And you get creatures, say if there's a board, you get a white soldier. That's not a human, meaning you can swing with them and get those triggers. Cleric, it's a 1-drop. Kite, 1-drop. Legion Warboss, every combat you get a goblin with haste. Triggers. Loyal Apprentice, if you control Winota, you get a Thopter with haste. Mentor the Meek, a lot of 2 or less power drops. Protector, when you hit him, easy protection from any color. Moorland Rescuer, she's really good for recursion from the grave. She dies, get creatures up to her power, which would be 4 normally. And that's usually 2 really good, a 2 and a 2, or 3 and a 1, or just the 4 in general. Oldric, no need to explain. Ornithopter, 0-drop flyer, Ornithopter Paradise. I feel like in this deck you usually don't draw many of your lands. We do play some mana rocks, but Ornithopter Paradise, it's a flyer, it's a 2-drop, and it's taps for any color. Phoenix Chick, 1-drop, haste, not human, and you can recur it back from the grave to have it swing +1. Priest of Iroas, drop off the Winota, really good. If there's a dirty enchantment on the field that you just need to get rid of or you don't like and you happen to hit her and you could sack her to destroy it. Priest of the Blessed Graph is kind of the same as our previous white human. During the end step, we get X spirits, where X is the number of opponents who control more lands than you. And again, depending on your matchup, usually if you don't open so great with Winota or you mainly using the mana rocks, you're not going to have a lot of lands. You're not plussing off. You're not ramping at all. So this helps get more spirits on board, more triggers on board, etc. Riders of Gavany, this is an extremely good human. It drops all your humans will gain protection from a creature type. You can swing for Gang, get protection from gods, vampires, Eldrazi, just so your humans get through and in the game. Really good. You need to have her in there. This is a really great card. Rograk, he's just a filler. He's a 0-drop. Silverwing Squadron, amazing human knight. Amazing when you don't open it in your hand. It is amazing once you drop it. Equal to the power and toughness equal to the number of creatures you control, which usually is about 3 to 4 to 5 to 6 to 7 to 8 to 9. And then when it actually attacks the following turn, when it declares an attack, you get 2 white knights equal to the number of opponents. So it's just boosting itself. And it has flying at vigilance. Defector Might, a new card from All Will Be One, just really easy protector. We don't run Mother of Runes. We will, but currently we just didn't have her. And again, this can be replaced with her, or you can even add her in the mix. But currently in this list, I only had the Skrelv because I pulled it. But really good protection. Phyrexian White, tap it, choose a color, gains Toxic Wire and Hexproof from that color to return. It can't be blocked by creatures of that color either. Squad Captain, she's just like the The Angels, +1/+1 for each creature you control, other creature you control, and she's a 2/2 normally. So when she comes out, if you don't open her, she's usually very huge. Thunderous Orator, pretty much a Diet Aldrich, and Tori D'Avant for Rewriter. She swings, she has Vigilance, Trample. Every attacking creature that attacks gets +1/+1 when she swings. Also, other red creatures have Trample, and you can untap each other white attacking creature you control. So she basically gives all your white creatures that don't have Vigilance and you don't have Aldrich on the field Vigilance when she attacks with them. That's all the creatures. It's just 43, like I said, a basic primer build. Sorceries, we have Dragon Fodder, Faithless Looting, a Fumigate for the board wipe, Martial Coup for the tokens and board wipe, Rip Apart for the 3 damage, Artifact and Enchantment Destruction, Serval Expedition, and a Vandal Blast because it's Vandal Blast. We're playing red. Instances, we do play the Boral's Charm. Give something indestructible or give something double strike just the in-games. Generous Gift, Path to Exile, Response, Resurgence. Response, Protection, I guess. Resurgence. If you cast this spell, you are more than likely in the winning position if you're casting it knowing that you're gonna plus off a second combat phase and an additional main phase. That's just in there for that. Source of Plowshares and Unbreakable Formation. Again, this could be a Teferi's Protection or a Clever Concealment, what have you. But again, this is a budget build, so we're using what we have budget-wise. Artifacts, Coral Signet, Fellwar Stone, Soul Ring, and Talisman of Conviction. We only learn 2 enchantments, the Seal of Cleansing and a Deafening Silence. You can add another, you can add Ghostly Prison, you can add Smothering Tide and whatnot. But again, Deafening Silence and Seal of Cleansing is what we had. Lands, Castle, Arden Vale, Castle and Breath, Mantar, Exotic Orchard for recall, Cure Keep for the token, Mistress Factory to make it a creature, Mistress Foundry, same thing, make it a creature, Path of Ancestry. Most of your creatures that you'll be casting are non-humans, but you will open humans sometimes and it'll suck. But again, you also have 2, 3, even 1 CMC cost humans. So to get that off this, to scry to see if you want to keep that on top, and if you know you have a Winota trigger coming the following turn or currently, you could order your deck in such a way to give you a better chance of hitting a human off that trigger. Spectator Seating, it's a really good land. I recommend grabbing it if you're playing in a pot. This is always coming in untapped. Temple of Triumph, Scryland, Thriving Bluff, choose white, and a Windscarred Crag, life gain. Again, these are all the tokens that you can produce. The 5/5 dragons, elephants, goblins, humans, knights, thopters, spirits, soldiers, servos, satyrs, whatnot, and treasure tokens. Mostly white mana production, low on the red. But again, opening hand is decent. You're dealing with a hand, mulligan. This hand is actually pretty good. You have a guaranteed Winota, and you have a Phoenix Chick that you could just drop. You draw for turn, boom. That's 2 Winota triggers right there. Draw again, 3, easy. Deal another hand. That's not bad. Draw, not bad. That's Winota, but again, like I said, it's just a basic budgetish variant. This is my first time doing this type of video and using this, so again, 100% playing these on the curve because there's 0 mana cost. But again, I do thank you guys for watching. Winota is a very, very fun commander. She can be, she is a competitive C EDH commander, but even if you play her on a budget with a few upgrades, she is still strong. The fact that she gives the humans tapped and attacking indestructible, not to mention the humans have their own abilities as well. A very strong commander, extremely strong. So I recommend playing her. I've had a lot of fun with her. I'm pretty sure you could get the price range down from $146.73. But again, it just depends on the card quality, how played it is, etc., etc. Rarity, foil, and again, prices do change. But again, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you guys later. Take it easy. Peace.